Alright, so how's it going, guys? Back again with another video, and today we're back on the 135. And basically right now what I did is I had a wastegate rattle really bad, but I just officially fixed it right now. I didn't think it was gonna work, but so I'm pretty sure there's a tons of videos how to adjust the rear one, which is just like a 10mm to remove like the locking nut and like a 4mm to turn the rod. So I did that, right? Because usually the rear turbo is the one that has the most slack in it. So I did that, and I did a few turns here and there, and I kept hearing the noise. I was like, oh man, that sucks. So I didn't really want to do the front one just because I heard how much of a hassle it is to do. But it was not that hard. I just did it right now in 30 minutes. This is the exact same setup I use right now. So you need a, what is this, a 12mm socket, a regular, like I think it's like a 6-inch extension, and I'm using a small ratchet, but you can use any ratchet you want. So first of all, you got to take off the radiator, which is pretty easy. It's just one bolt right here, the connection to the fan, the electrical connection, which is this one right here, and just move this plastic straw out of the way, and the fan's over there. So I start off with the top. You're also going to need a washer, which is going to be an 8mm, which is right here. And then you want to remove the canisters right here, which I did. They're over right there. So once you remove the canisters and everything, you'll have enough room to get your light right here. Hopefully this light does not run out of battery, and you'll be able to see exactly where you need it. So you get your extension over here, and you can actually reach it pretty easy from here to over there, just like that. As you can see, we are right on it. The socket is literally right on the bolt right there. So what you want to do is just back it out like I already did it, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So I'm backing it off, right? You guys might be able to see that. You see, it comes out. Now, some people put half a washer in there, but I put the whole washer in there. It was a bit harder to do, but some people cut the washer in half. Like for example, this, you cut it in half and make it into like a C. That way you don't have to remove the bolt completely. But I wanted to make sure that washer put as much of a gap as I could. So it's gonna be really hard to film, but I'm gonna try to show you guys what I did basically. Just an example. So you back out the bolt a little bit, and I did have to pry it open, pry like the casing open a little bit like this, and go just so it could open up, because it might be kind of stuck. But as you can see already the washer that's in there. You guys might be able to see the washer that's already in there. It's really hard to film like this. You guys see the washer that's in there? So the how we put that washer in there was just with literally a magnet like this. You're gonna need obviously a magnet for this, and your washer, and you're just literally gonna back out the bolt just enough, and depending on which method you use, if making it into a C or backing out the bolt completely, as you can see, it's really easy to just insert it in, and with the ratchet still attached, or having maybe a second person would be pretty helpful. Just tightening it down, and that should pretty much do it. Where is it? You can see it's really easy to get, honestly. I thought this was going to be a lot harder than it was, but it turned out being really easy. And like I said, I use a locking 8mm washer on top, and on the bottom I actually use one of these that I'm showing you. So you can pretty much just put any washer in there. Like I said, use an 8mm or an 8.5. I don't know about anything bigger than that, but for sure anything smaller than an 8mm will not work. Now the bottom one is a little bit more tricky. Okay, so now the bottom one is a bit more tricky, just because it's gonna be harder to film. But honestly, the bottom one was probably a lot easier. It's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna move your ratchet right here, feed it through here, and you'll see it. It should be right above the water pump. Alright, you guys might be able to see that. It's really hard to record, but in person it's really easy to get to. So as you can see, there's a socket, and like I said, it's right above the water pump. So as you can see, you can easily loosen it up like this. So you would, like I said, you would loosen this one up. A gap starts to form with the washer already in there, and depending which method you want to use, I still use the full method, the full washer method. I didn't cut it in half, but depending on what you want to do, and you just get your magnet, obviously turn it kind of sideways like that, and then with the screw backed out, you slide it in here. This one's a lot easier to do the full washer method because, as you can see, it's already pretty much in there. And then once you put it in there, you can see that my ratchet is in a easy to get to place right here. Literally super easy to get to. Now you can just tighten it up once you put however many washers you need. For me, I already test drove it, or I mean I already turned it on, and the rattle's pretty much gone, and it's there basically. So there's the nut right there. You can see the socket's really easy to put on here. There's the socket. I'm literally like tapping it right now. It's really easy to get to. Take it out, and that's pretty much it. You can see there's the washer. You guys might not be able to see it. It's like kind of shiny, but that little gap right there made the biggest difference, because now when I rev down or accelerate or anything, it does not rattle anymore. So that's pretty much it. It literally took me 30 minutes. It was really easy. As long as you have all the tools and a washer or two, you should do it. But like I said, you need like basic tools. And those are my downpipes from ARM Motorsports. I'm gonna have a video on that soon. I'm gonna upload it. Stay tuned for that. So far so good. And yeah, thanks for watching. That's how you remove the wastegate rattle on your N54 BMW.